you pardoned the founder of Binance. Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your
Which one? Who is
family's?
that?
The founder of Binance. He has an involvement in your own
The
family's
recent
crypto
one, yes.
business.
I believe we're talking about the same person because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that. Are you talking about the crypto person? A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything.
Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that, and I heard it was a Biden witch hunt. Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he got a
only
pardon.
tell you that.
But he got a
no,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it. I'm glad they are because it's probably a great industry, crypto.
Ago.
Yeah, the auto pen strikes again, I guess. No, it's either he doesn't know, which is preposterous, or of course he does know, and he simply thinks that denying it on national television is a better look for him, trying to create some distance from a pardon that's obviously controversial.
What the hell? What?
I love when Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to part. It was a joke.
Yes.
All right, family. So boom. Let's really sit down and unpack this whole situation because this ain't just about a pardon. It ain't just about Trump. It ain't just about crypto. This is about how power, perception, and media manipulation intersect. So when I see people reacting to this whole Trump pardon ZC drama, like it's the scandal of the century, I already know what time it is. They don't want you to ask real questions. They want you mad, confused, and distracted. So I'm gonna walk you through this whole thing slow and steady until it's impossible to misunderstand what's actually going on. So first off, let's talk about who ZC is. Um, CZ is because they throwing this man's name around like he's not some kind of like he's some kind of international criminal mastermind. So CZ, real name Changpeng Zhao, is the founder of Binance, and one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, Binance. Dude's a billionaire, yeah. So big fish in the crypto world, but let's be clear. The charges brought against him weren't about laundering money himself. They were not about putting strong enough systems in place to prevent other people from laundering money through his platform. I'm going to say that again. The charges brought against Changpeng Zhao, who is the founder of Binance, one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world. He's a billionaire, big fish in the crypto world. The charges brought against him weren't about laundering money himself. They were about not putting strong systems in place to prevent other people from laundering money through his platform. That's a big difference. Like, think of it like this. You run a nightclub. The feds come through and say, yo, you didn't have enough security, so people were sneaking in through the back door. And they didn't say you were letting them in. They didn't say you were selling illegal stuff. They said you didn't put enough locks on the door. That's what Changpeng Zhao pled guilty to, not having an effective anti-money laundering program. Now, let's pause right here because this is important because the Bank Secrecy Act, which is what he was charged under, is mad complex. It's mad complex. It's not like a regular law where you know what's right or wrong. It's vague. It's broad, very broad. And it's like trying to follow the rules in a game where nobody gave you the rule book. And that's why the crypto industry has been begging for regulatory clarity. But under the Biden administration, what did they get instead? They got Operation Checkpoint 2.0. Yeah, that's a real thing. The government basically told banks, we don't like crypto. So if y'all do business with these companies, we might come after y'all too. No formal laws, no regulations, just threats and pressure. And that's like telling a restaurant they're free to serve whatever food they want. But if they serve tacos, the health inspector is going to show up every day. That's not freedom. That's control through intimidation. And what did that do? it pushed crypto businesses out of the US. So we lost jobs, innovation, and billions of dollars in tech investments. That's on Biden. Now, I want to go to another thing in regards to the 60 Minutes interview because we want to fast forward to Trump. And the man basically says, yo, I want America to be number one in crypto. And whether you like him or not, that's the correct position for a global superpower. This ain't 1999, but check it out.
Stupid. Go ahead.
This is a question about pardons. The Trump family is now perhaps more associated with cryptocurrency than real estate. You and your sons, Don Jr. and Eric, have formed World Liberty Financial with the Witkoff family,
Right.
helping to make your family millions of dollars. It's in that context that I do want to ask you about crypto's richest man, a billionaire known as CZ. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws.
Right.
The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that, and I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ. How do you address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he
I can
got a
only
pardon.
tell you that.
But he got a
no,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it. I'm glad they are because it's probably a great industry, crypto. I think it's good. You know, they're running a business. They're not in government, and they're good. My one son is a #1 bestseller now. My wife just had a #1 bestseller. I'm proud of them for doing that. I'm focused on this. I know nothing about the guy other than I hear he was a victim of weaponization by government. When you say the government, you're talking about the Biden government. It's a corrupt government. Biden was the most corrupt president, and he was the worst president we've ever had. I only care about one thing. Will we be #1 in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and in that sense, I've been right. Crypto's turned out to be a massive industry, if you want to call it that. And I'm very proud to say that we are far and away ahead of China and everybody else. Now, China's getting into it very big right now. If you want to go after people, you're going to kill that industry, and it'll be very bad. Tremendous number of jobs. I campaigned positively on crypto, very openly. I campaigned. Biden campaigned against it. When Biden found out that I was getting like 100% of the crypto vote, which was a lot, he switched totally, and he went in favor of crypto. They went totally in favor. They had many people under indictment. They let them all go. They let them all go. You know that. Many people were under indictment. Biden was a corrupt president. Biden went all in on crypto at the very end because he thought he could get some votes. It didn't work. They voted for me. I want to make crypto great for America. That's the only thing. I don't want to have somebody else have crypto and have China be #1 in the world in crypto. Because in crypto, it's a kind of an industry where basically you're going to have #1 and you're not going to have a #2. And right now,
There you have it, family. So, you guys heard that for yourself loud and clear. This ain't 1999. Crypto is the new frontier. And it's like the internet all over again. Imagine if in 1995, the US said, yeah, we're not really feeling the internet thing. Too risky. China would have taken over the web and we'll be sitting on a dialed up watching government approve YouTube knockoffs. But we didn't. We led the world. And now we're at the same crossroad with crypto. And Trump said we need clear rules, not chaos, regulation, not retaliation. Because you can't have innovation in fear. So when you really look at it and getting into the pardon, the media and shows like The View took this and ran with it like they caught the last golden ticket to a scandal. And I want you guys to see what The View had to say because I find it very interesting before I get my thoughts. And I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Check it out.
And then one final thing, he claimed that he has no idea who this billionaire he pardoned. Take a look at this.
Why did you pardon him?
okay, are you ready? I don't know who he is. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he
I can
got a
only tell
pardon.
you that.
But he got a
No,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it. I'm glad they are because it's probably a great industry, crypto. I think it's good. You know, they're running a business. They're not in government.
Now, he pardoned Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, who pled guilty to money laundering, and his family struck a $2 billion deal in partnership with him in a crypto venture. The Trump family has made about $1.8 billion profited off of this government. And he said that Joe Biden didn't know who he was pardoning using an auto pen. How come you don't know who this guy is?
Because he used an auto pen.
After reading the transcript and watching.
All right, family. So you guys heard Whoopi say because he's using the auto pen. That's why you seen in the first video, the first clip that we first played in the beginning of the video, Whoopi Goldberg had to basically dial back on her claims, and she got a note, and then she gonna say it was a joke. It was a joke. And shows like The View took this and ran with it, right? Trump pardoned ZZ, and his sons are in crypto, and that's a $2 billion deal. It's a pay for play, like, bro. You know how many presidents have pardoned people based on advice from the Department of Justice staff, White House legal counsel, or lobbyists? That's literally how pardons work. Most presidents don't personally know every single person they pardon. That would be insane. But the media tried to turn this into Trump pardoned a man he didn't even know. Must be shady. Like, nah, he didn't say he didn't know what the guy did. He said he didn't know him personally. There's a difference between saying I don't know that dude and saying I didn't approve this. He clearly knew the situation, and he even recited what the charges were. But they clipped it up like he was out here drooling over himself, pardoning billionaires on accident, and that's dishonest. And when you really look at that auto pen nonsense, Whoopi and the crew tried to suggest that Trump signed the pardon with an auto pen, which we know ain't true. Like mechanically, implying that he didn't even do it himself. First of all, every president uses an auto pen for minor stuff. It's not unusual, but the idea that Trump used an auto pen to pardon one of the most high profile figures in crypto is absurd. That's like saying the CEO of Apple used Siri to sign off on a $1 billion acquisition. So just stop it. But the even crazier part is Whoopi admits mid-show, it was a joke, right? This is what she said. I'm gonna go back to the clip in the beginning. Oh, it was a joke.
Hell, what?
I love when Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to part. It was a joke.
Yes.
You see? Now, you know why they doing that? Because Disney got sued. Remember, I'm gonna bring it up, family. Remember, Disney had he had to settle a defamation lawsuit brought by Donald Trump. So The View is ABC's parent company. So that's why they're being very cautious about the very things they say now, because Trump had held them accountable for being so dishonest for so long that you got a rap sheet of these people lying on this man's name, and he's over here trying to run a country. That's dangerous, because then you start altering people beliefs and you start misleading. That's propaganda. So remember, in December, Disney ABC's parent company reached a $15 million settlement with Trump. Disney will donate the money to his presidential foundation. An additional $1 million will go to legal fees. Mind you, this was like in 2024. No, 2024. So, because remember when George Stephanopoulos said on air that Donald Trump was found liable for something so serious. So they've been getting away with saying these extreme things for so long. And this is George, just to put a name to a face, Stephanopoulos. I'm sure you know the guy. I'm sure you've seen him around before. But I say all that to say that you can't be doing that, man. And also out of respect for the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? You don't do things like that. So the reality is they need to stop this propaganda disguised as humor, right? because the people watching, most of them aren't going to hear the correction. They're going to walk away thinking, dang, Trump really didn't even know he pardoned that guy. That's how misinformation spreads through headlines and half truths. And here's the kicker: when Whoopi got corrected by the producers in real time, she tried to pivot like, well, people don't understand nuance no more. Sis, you removed the nuance when you cut the clip out of context and threw in fake accusations like the man was asleep at the wheel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to be in this. Um, I don't know if it's going to be in this. Here we go.
But we do know that he didn't know who that crypto guy was.
Well, I'm sorry. You know,
See, she ripped it up.
joke.
Yes.
When Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to part. It was a joke.
Yes. We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to
Oh,
pardon.
come on. No,
But we do know that he didn't know who that crypto guy was.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, the hardest thing about this job now is no one understands nuance.
Nuance. Sis, you removed the nuance when you cut the clip out, like I said. You can't throw a rock, hide your hand, and then blame the audience for not catching your joke. That ain't nuance. That's deflection. And that's why they had to read a legal note on live TV, because they knew they were towing the line and they got caught. Right? They know that. And the reality is, when it all comes to her talking about nuance and things like that, I find it very funny with Whoopi Goldberg, because the job wouldn't be so hard as she said if she just told the truth. But let's bring this full circle, because the media's obsession with making Trump look like he's losing his mind is part of a larger game. They're trying to draw false equivalency with Biden, who is clearly declining. And this is where they're pushing every slurred sentence, every long pause, every clip where Trump says crypto person like it's a punchline. They need to create this image of both sides are too old, both sides are confused, and both sides are corrupt, when the truth is they're not on the same level cognitively or strategically. One guy is running circles around the media with layered messaging and calculated moves, and the other one can't finish a sentence without a teleprompter and a nudge. And no disrespect to our former president Joe Biden, and my prayer be with him as he's battling and going through chemo with cancer, and I hope he gets through it. Man, it's rough. I had a grandpa, God rest his soul, who didn't make it through, with pancreatic cancer. So I understand, and that hits home for my family, and that can be a very heartfelt, sensitive situation just in itself, just to go through with your loved one and so forth, and just to hear cancer. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they do when you go against the establishment. Trump went against the grain on crypto. He embraced an industry that threatens big banks, central authorities, and the old money system. So now they're pulling every trick in the book to connect dots that don't exist, trying to make crypto look dirty, Trump look senile, and his family look corrupt. But when you look at the full interview, the full facts, the full context, which we've seen in 60 Minutes, it's obvious what's really happening. The establishment doesn't fear CZ. They fear what he represents. They don't fear crypto. They fear what crypto empowers, which is regular people. Decentralized finance, digital sovereignty, a future where the gatekeepers don't own everything. So yeah, that's what this whole circus is really about. It's not about one man getting the pardon. It's about the battle for the future of money. The fight over narrative and how the media weaponizes confusion to protect the status quo. But now you know. So next time you see them spinning another soundbite, you'll be able to say, hold on. Let me get the full story before I start buying what they selling. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you guys got some value from this video and enjoyed this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next one. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me every single time. Just seeing how far this channel has come. And I do my best to try to give as much value and have real life conversations and see how this also impacts generations and generations after me. And that's why I'm so passionate with politics and having a kid, and just wanted to make sure that the future generation, I'm a 1999 baby. I'm 26 years old, but I want to make sure my kids, and other kids in America, are great. and they're better off, and they're set, and they are being able to thrive in the economy, actually be able to pursue dreams and not being taxed to death, and being able to pave a way and work hard and have an honest earning living, right? And that's all to it. And that's why I'm so passionate about these things and just wanting to have a conversation just to, get people minds going, get the juices flowing with the brain, that we're blessed with. You know what I'm saying? We only get one brain, we only get one body, we only get one mind. But I love you guys. I remember I just be appreciated just when one viewer uh view these videos, man. I didn't expect to come this far. It still blows my mind just as when I first started this channel. And I know it's a bit off topic, but just to see people wanting to hear what I gotta say and actually learn something from me, which is my goal, whether they watch me again or not, and just to be able to say, dang, I got one view. One person, a little old me, on this big platform of YouTube, tune in to watch me. And it's just a blessing. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't take nothing for granted. I don't take you guys for granted. I truly love you guys. And stay blessed. Stay positive. Let the love supersede the hate. Peace, family.